And
got it.
All right, everyone, welcome to the Power Half Hour. Every Wednesday, we interview a top producer, top performer in their market. And today we have somewhat local, right, here in Fraser Valley, I believe. Is that correct, Kelly?
Yeah, I'm out in little town of Chilliwack.
Chilliwack, yes.
Yeah, just outside Abbotsford, which is about an hour from Vancouver. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so Kelly has been in our Lower Mainland market since 1997. And he doesn't have a big team, but they're really, really productive and they got it all figured out and here to contribute with some great information for newer realtors to kickstart their business. So without further ado, Mr. Kelly Johnston, welcome.
Man, thank you. There's all these people here. This is awesome. I didn't realize what this was all about. And man, good for you. You get everybody together to do this. And I've seen some of the other guests that you've had and that you've spoken to. And I just got to say, I'm truly honored to be someone that's worthy of being here for you.
Well,
so whatever I can give to your people or help them out, I'm here for that. So
yeah, let's get right into it. 1997, I was I was 17 years old. So I'm not saying you're old, but anyway, so that's a lot of experience, right? But do tell us, because I think in 1997, the real estate market here in the Lower Mainland wasn't really that good. How was your start in real estate?
Yeah, 97 was a downturning market. So I had never seen anything else. So some of the new agents that are coming into this market right now in the last 3 or 4, even 5 years, I would say, don't really understand what a downturning market is. They may see something flattened for a few months, but they've never really seen a downturning market. And that's where you learn survival skills. That's where you learn, where just kind of making it. And but anyway, yeah, 1997, I actually started off in 96 as an assistant working for another real estate agent who was my buddy, who I'd known since we were 7 years old.
Oh, wow.
And I had owned a coffee shop and there was some issues with that. Long story short, I was in the middle of bankruptcy. So I started off my real estate career as a bankrupt. And,
wow.
Yeah. And so the office that I was joining actually paid for the course for me. It was like $700 at the time, and they paid for that.
Wow.
And because I was going to come on board with this other person. And yeah, I don't even know if I could have got in real estate if they didn't even pay for the course. I mean, that's how low I was. And
so you came in bankrupt.
Yeah.
Talk about there's nowhere else to go but up from there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. And I had the self-image to equal it too, I think, at the time. So I had a long ways to go.
Wow.
I call it the self-image of a pregnant ant, which couldn't get any lower kind of thing. But anyway, yeah. So that was my start.
Wow.
And
okay.
Yeah, so it was a rocky start. We really, survival mode and learning and all that kind of stuff. I mean, they didn't even have, there was no Paragon. I mean, we had beepers, cell phones were in the car, right? Like, and then they started to bring out the bricks and the flip phones and stuff. And so, yeah, I mean, I hate to date myself and make myself seem super old, but yeah, technology's come a long way in our industry. And it's actually changed a lot, the industry, from salesperson that kind of guards the information, before we had the book that we weren't allowed to give away, all that, to all the information out there now. And the general public is super empowered by that.
Yeah.
But they still need a professional. The person still needs to take care of them. They still need someone to take care of them. And it's changed. We're now confidants. We're now representatives. The agency is huge. Like all that kind of stuff has changed, where now we've become a valued asset to the general public. And it's been good for the industry. Super good.
Yeah, I think technology has absolutely helped us. And at the same time, do you believe that at some point, 5, 10, 15 years down the road, that we will be completely replaced by robots?
No.
Okay. Why?
I don't think it's possible. I think they've come up with some pretty good algorithm kind of calculations out there. we have an amazing I'm with EXP2, everybody, so we can talk freely, but the KV Core program and all of that stuff is absolutely mind-blowing amazing. The follow-up systems and all that. The human still has to be there. We still need to understand wants and needs. We still need to understand the why. We need to understand the emotion behind a decision, and helping people guard them against themselves sometimes, right? Like, we talk about the customer being always right. I don't believe we have customers. I believe we have clients. And is the client always right, everybody? No, they're not.
Yes.
They aren't, though.
Not all the time.
Right. Our job is to help them navigate through these. This is a major life decisions.
Yeah.
Even whether they're just an investor, like where they're, it's black and white information, non-emotional, that is still a big decision. Making a good investment, right? First time buyers, enormous decision. People downsizing, enormous decision. This is a retirement money, So no, I don't believe we can replace the human.
Yeah. And so with that being said, because technology is advancing every single year. And so I do believe that you have to become, extra human to differentiate yourself from a robot. So how would you suggest, newer agents coming in now to go above and beyond and to be the best one that clients can choose from?
Yeah, really good question. Because in a nutshell, that's it. Like, be a human.
Yeah.
Be who you are. Don't try to be John Tsai. I mean, it's impossible anyway, but don't try and be him. Don't try and be, be yourself.
Right.
Who you are, expand on that, build up your great points, and minimize, and learn what you need to learn to get over some of the things you're struggling with. I believe we all can do that. We're not bound into a box and labeled like the world tries to do to us all the time. I have a son who is diabetic and he's celiac. Well, is that his label? Right? No, he played football. He does everything. He's in a band. He's, is he a musician now? Is he a football? No, there's no labels. You got to be you, be who you are, and expand on that. But constantly be improving. Right? Tony Robbins talks about CANI, constant and never-ending improvement, right? That always should be going on as a realtor. But the reason we're improving ourselves is so that we can attract more people to us.
Yeah.
Right? Because you attract who you are, not what you want to be. Right?
Ooh.
And so if we want to attract higher quality people, then we need to become higher quality. We need to be better. We need to master our crafts. We need to build that trust with these people that are entrusting major life decisions with us. And it's so, huge.
It's huge. I mean, we need to become more so we can attract better people around us, right? And the success and the journey of becoming, it's always about becoming, not having or doing what you're, being a top producer. It's always about becoming. So it's the journey, guys. Is the journey. So in the journey of becoming better as a realtor, how does your Forex formula play into all that for newer realtors?
Thank you for asking that. I got a little tickle. Pardon me. Forex formula is real simple. But as far as the journey and becoming and learning and all that kind of stuff, I really believe like I can be a coach and I can sit there and tell you all these great things, but until you get on the field, you're not learning what I'm teaching you. Right. So that's where the becoming and learning. And, if I teach how to kick a ball, we could talk about all the theory on how to kick a ball, but until you get on the field and you feel the ball on your foot and you're running down and so that's the thing about real estate. You got to get on the field. You got to do the work. So it's, there's lots of sexy teaching out there that talks about, be good at social media, be good at YouTube videos, and then you'll be successful.
Yeah.
That's fine. You can attract a lot of leads to you, but are you converting the leads? Do you know how to find a need? Do you know how to sit down? Do you know how to be a human being with somebody?
Ooh.
Right. So, and part of being a human being with somebody is getting around human beings. and having
Right.
conversations with them and understanding their wants and needs and desires, and truly being intentional about that, being empathetic about that, and thinking outside of yourself. And if you're shy and you're introverted, I'm an introvert. I don't seem like it right now. I'm putting it on. I'm putting it on right now. But and I have my moments where I can put it on, but I love being alone. I love spending time alone. I love my alone time. I have to think inwardly a lot. I'm constantly working on myself, and I have insecurities just like anybody else. But when I'm in front of other people, it's not about me anymore.
Okay.
Right. So if I can take my mind and go, it's all about this person. I am here for that person now. These people are everything to me right now. Everything that they need, everything that, I got to give them, that's for them. When you do that and you change your mind over to that, you stop being selfish and you stop being inward and you stop being, insecure and all that. If you're just thinking outwardly, you don't have to have scripts, if you learn how to listen.
Yeah.
So anyway, I totally went off track, I think. Did I answer your question?
Actually, no. I was asking about the Forex formula and what that is and how that could improve the realtors.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's bring it on back. So basically, the Forex formula, the formula. Okay, so I believe there's 4 pillars to being successful in real estate. You got to learn how to attract. You got to learn how to attain, which is win the business. That's what I'm talking about. Then you got to learn how to serve really well. And you got to learn how to retain the business. You get super good over time at serve and retain. You don't even need to attract and attain anymore. But at the beginning, attract and attain is super important, right?
Yes.
Right. And attaining and winning. And, when you're competing for listings or you're competing against other agents or whatever, getting good at that is super, super, super important. Absolutely. But eventually, when you've served enough people really, really well, and you've learned how to retain them and keep touching them and keeping all that going, then it's just, when they call you up, it's just about meeting. It's just about the plan. It's just about sitting down, so you're not selling anymore. You're not trying to convince them of your worth, right? It's different. So there is 4 pillars, but you got to be good at all 4. There's a lot of 1X, 2X agents. There's some people that are super good at serving. They'll just serve so well. They're just amazing servers, but they're not good at attracting and attaining.
So as a new agent, would you put more emphasis on the first 2 X's to attract and attain?
There's no way around it. You got to get the ball rolling, right?
Yeah.
So attract and attain. So those are the first 2 pillars that we teach in the course that are available right now.
What's the course called again?
It's called forexformula.com. The course is called the Quick Commission Accelerator. And this is boots on the ground stuff to do every day, right? Throwing out a Facebook ad or mailing out some letters and then waiting and hoping your phone rings is not the way to build your business. I don't believe knocking on doors is the way to build your business either. If you're willing to do it, good for you. But that is a C activity, in my opinion. A and B activities is toe to toe, knee to knee with people that are looking to do something. So anyway, so the Forex formula is really simple. And in BC, it's a little bit tougher, but you can do it. Is you list a property. Every property should pay you 4 commission checks. And you become way more efficient and you start to maximize. So if you want to sell that property, and then those people are going to buy another property, that's 2. And you want to attract 2 buyers, turn them into buyers. And one of those buyers, the stats are 50% of buyers you attract have something to sell. And you just keep her going. That's the Forex formula. So that's real simple. Doesn't work perfectly. You get investors, you get people selling rental properties, you get all that.
Right.
But you get people overpricing listings. Yeah, sure. No problem. Let's list an overpriced one as long as I can attract some buyers off it. Right. Or if I can plant seeds in the neighborhood to create another listing, right. There's lots of ways to develop business from it. But if you're thinking in that way, if your mind is always thinking, when I list this property, I want to attract buyers. So do I want to sell it in one day? Right. Well, no, I don't think we're doing our best for our seller if we sell it in one day. Right. Do we know we got them the best price if we sell it in one day? We don't know. Right. Like we'll never know. Right. We need marketing time. We need to do that. But not only that, I need time to attract some buyers off it.
Right.
Right. For my business plan. Then I'm way more efficient. Now I'm way more profitable in my business. Listings attract buyers.
Listings attract listings as well.
And they do attract listings 100% if you're planting seeds and doing the work in the neighborhood. So in the course, In the Forex Formula course, I break down everything. I dumb it right down, but I break it down to exactly how to build your business, how to become a neighborhood specialist, how to define that hunting ground to get the most profitable business in your neighborhood. That's what the Quick Commission Blueprint's all about. This is free.
Awesome.
Go to my website, forexformula.com, download it. It's for free.
Oh, perfect.
And then this is the book on Attract. There'll be 4 books: Attract, Attain, Serve, and Retain.
Oh, brilliant. So four-part series. That's great.
So this is the first one, Attract, that's out now. I think it's $29 on Amazon. So there's a link there on the site for that too. And then there's the course. And right now I'm not trying to pump the course, but real quick, it's short term because I'm still loading in lessons right now. It's $297 for lifetime membership, $297 for lifetime. And right now there's about 12 hours of video content in there and about 24 tools that you can download and use, implement into your business. And so everything from goal setting and goal tracking and lead tracking to how to get your home ready for listings, open house, breakdown of what you got to do. Like everything's in there. So I'm leaving nothing to chance.
So from A to Z, like if you're a new realtor, you go into this program, you're going to know what to do at the end of it. It's
100% designed for new agents.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So guys, whoever's on the call who's newer, really do check it out. So one of the biggest topics right now, Kelly, as you know, all over North America, we're in shortage of inventory.
Yeah.
How are you getting listings yourself and teaching your students to attract more listings in this type of market?
Yeah. Right now, I've been in the business long enough now that, I start to get the phone calls and you put in your time, it starts to come, the serve and retain starts working. New agents though, if you're starting out right now in the business, let's just call it your first year right now, whatever you've done in your first year, it's either been super productive and amazing, or it's been a little bit of a waste of time because you've been navigating through and trying to figure stuff out. That happens. And the not knowing what to do is the part that is, I find, very challenging for new agents. And when I ran a brokerage and owned a brokerage, I had a heck of a time. And I did it best I could, but getting in front of those new agents and training them on the how-tos and what to do's immediately, it's very time consuming. And it's not easy for an owner broker to take the time with new agents, right? So that's why I created the course. But what I would do, for you to be a specialist and have the two biggest reasons that the general public picks their agent is based on the fact that they have a great reputation. That's honestly the biggest one. And the second one is neighborhood. They thought they were a neighborhood specialist. Those are the two terms that were used. So brand new agent, what do? How do you become? First of all, you got to become a neighborhood specialist to build an amazing reputation in your first years. It takes time to build a good reputation, to get people talking about you, but be intentional with testimonials and video testimonials and all that stuff to build that as fast as you can. But the first thing you got to do is you got to be a neighborhood specialist in I think of it as a drop in the pond, a pebble in the pond, where you got to start somewhere. To be the neighborhood specialist in your whole city or your whole community or your whole area right away is super tough, isn't it? So get the Quick Commission Blueprint, define your hunting ground, and you define that based on a bit of criteria. One is, where are 40% of the sales right now in your area? So what are 40%? Like takes up what price gap is 40% of the sales? So know that. You should know that. Do the study, go back in time, right? You do the study. Then you want to know the product type that is selling within that price point predominantly. That's going to bring you, because if that's the most sales, then that's the most buyers, isn't it? Our goal is to track 2 buyers, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Now we want to know, where is it? Where's that product type? And then we think about who that buyer is. What do they want? Do they want to be near schools? Do they want to be near parks? Do they want to be near the business district? Do they want to be near, retirement areas and golf courses? Like, what is it that buyer type is looking for and it attracts them? And then you find a neighborhood that meets with that. So you don't just pick any neighborhood just for the fun of it. Super intentional. And start to know your city. Again, we live in our communities, but we don't really actually analyze our communities, do we? We don't think about the demographics and why people want to live here and the type of people that live here. Like if I go on my City of Chilliwack site and I look at the Chilliwack Economic Partners Corporation, I can find out amazing demographic information there that tells me a lot about my community and the makeup of my community and the dominant age ranges and all that stuff, right? So take some time and do that, you guys. Like relearn about your community.
I think so. And I've always been told, you know, my mentor, Mike Berry, always tell us, you know what's hot in your market and go sell that.
Yeah.
You know, if it's turning over all the time in this complex here and it's between 500 to 700,000, you know, go door knock that complex that's in that price range. Right. You get one, it's going to sell. It's going to have multiple offers and it's going to sell and you're going to keep rolling from that. So go where it's hot, but before you know where it's hot, you got to do your research, right? Know your community and become that area specialist, even from the start. That's something I never did. And, you know, my team is spread all over Lower Mainland, which is probably not a good idea. You know, if you're ultra focused, that's when you can become that area and local specialist. You'll never get that objection of, I've never heard your name before.
Exactly. And, you know, that's the thing. That's where you got to start. So can you be a neighborhood specialist all over your community? No, but can you be a neighbor within 3 months? Can you be thought of as the neighborhood specialist in a definite defined area of anywhere from, call it 200 to 1,000 homes? Can you do that? Absolutely. That is something that is in your control. You can do it. Is it going to get you a listing today or tomorrow immediately? Maybe not, but you're definitely going to plant those seeds and it's going to come, but don't give up on it. That's a 5-year plan.
5-year plan, guys. 5-year plan.
Yeah. It's not going to, I mean, if you're not getting listings in 3 months, I'm giving up on it. No, keep planting those seeds. Keep planting those seeds. Keep planting those seeds. When you do open houses, let everybody know about it. When you sell a property, let everybody know about it. When you list a property, let everybody know about it. When you put up signs for open houses, put up 20, put up 12. It's an event. Yes. And these people go, oh my gosh, that guy is working. Right.
Yeah.
And that's what you want people. That's now your reputation is building. Your reputation of a person that's a marketer, that's in the area, that's friendly to the neighborhood, that's inviting the neighbors to the open house an hour before the actual open house, that's, you know, that's wanting to meet the neighbors. The lady coming over with her slippers on and her dress robe before the open house starts because she's the nosy neighbor is the perfect person to get along with and win over. You get, you know, you kind of go, oh man, that's a waste of time. She's just a neighbor. No. She's a maven. She's a person who's going to spread your name all over the place if she loves you. Right. You know, every seed is everything is a seed planting.
But here's the thing for newer agents, Kelly, they never want to think about 5 years.
I know.
They want it today. What do you say to that?
Well, you know, when's the best time to plant an oak tree in front of your house if you want some shade?
20 years ago.
Yeah. When's the second best time?
Today. Right.
Right. Like, you know, there is no shortcut to success.
No.
We want listings now. Absolutely. And you know what? Once you define that neighborhood and you start to understand those characteristics, then you start doing video, then you start doing social media stuff. When you start talking to neighbors and you start to get testimonials, hit the FSBOs, go back 2 years on expiries in that neighborhood. View every single house. You're the first business card on that counter. As soon as that hits the system, you're the first business card. You see every listing. Because now when you're in open houses or when you're talking to Sally, the neighbor, or when you're talking to anybody, you're now informed. You are becoming the neighborhood specialist. Own it. Right. And when you're meeting people, you tell them, I'm the neighborhood specialist in this area. This is all I think about. I'm working this neighborhood every single week. Right. You let them know that.
Yeah.
Right. Claim it. Be it. Maybe, part of your website address you can have a separate website for that, and you create a Facebook group for it eventually. You could do, like, there's lots of ways to do it very quickly and powerfully, but you got to start. And I'm sorry, guys, it may not pay you in 2 weeks. You might get lucky though, right?
Yeah.
You find it for sale by owner. Listen, let me do open houses I'll do it for free. If I find a buyer, I'm going to charge buyer commission. I won't charge listing commission. Just do what you got to do, right, to get business going in. But if you meet 2 buyers off that and sell that listing, you're getting ahead. Now you can talk about it in the neighborhood. Just sold this listing. Everything you do is planting seeds.
Everything you do is planting seeds. And we often plant a seed, guys. And this is what a lot of newer agents do. And sometimes myself included, I plant a seed, I look at the soil, and I would go, why aren't you growing faster? See, you want that oak tree tomorrow when you plant it today.
Yeah.
But we're not patient enough. Talk a little bit about that. How can newer agents become more patient?
It's a tough one, man. I get it. Starting sucks. Starting anything sucks, right? The first time you're kicking a ball, first time you get on ice skates, the first time you do anything, it sucks, guys. I'm sorry, but you got to get through it. So do it as much as possible to get through it as fast as possible, right? Staying in your comfort zone and playing around on Paragon all day long isn't gonna, you can get pretty educated. You can check the hot sheets 14 times a day. That's fine, but that's not getting you any business.
No, you got to get out there.
You got to get out there, and things will happen. There's a thing called, I talk about in the Quick Commission Blueprint, called frequency illusion, right? Have you ever bought a car, and then you see that car everywhere, the same color, everything, they just appear out of nowhere all of a sudden, right?
Yes.
And so that's frequency illusion. Same thing. When you start to focus on a specific buyer type and seller type and house type, and you're focusing so hard on it, and you're going and viewing all the houses, and you're saying to yourself every single day, I'm going to be a neighborhood specialist. I want to list properties in this area. I know they're going to sell when I list properties in this area. And you're focusing on it, and you're focusing on it, and you're focusing on it. The opportunities will come in front of you, and I don't even know where they're going to come from. But if you weren't focusing on it, you wouldn't have saw it when the opportunity does come. And you're going to hear something in a conversation when you're talking to somebody. Something's going to happen. I don't know what it's going to be. And it's not magical. It's not like you're manifesting something out of thin air, but it's the focus that is causing it to happen. It's because of the focus.
Tony Robbins always says, where your attention goes, energy flows. So what are you focused on, right? Are you focused on the opportunity that's right in front of you? Or are you focused on something that's not productive? Like, why isn't this happening yet? Now, Is that a good affirmation or a bad affirmation, right?
Exactly.
Wow. That was a lot, Kelly. But if you were to give one piece of advice for newer agents out there who are ready to crush it for 2022, what would that be for us to move forward?
Get up, get at it. John is a super great example of that. You're up at what, 4:30 every day, 5 every day. Get up, get at it. Get the stuff done before the phone rings. That takes up time and focus and all that stuff. Like before the phone starts ringing, and it's usually after about 9 that it starts ringing. I have a few clients call me in 7s and 8s, but basically it's after 9. And my goal always is to get all the rinky dinky aggravating stuff done. And that includes, getting prepared for the day and all that stuff, right? You should prepare for the day before, right? And then understand your plan. And I call it the critical 6. Here's a big one. Just call it the critical 6. If I die the next day, what do I got to do today and get done? And that's not the appointments you already have booked and the things you already got going, right? I have 6 appointments. Okay, good. I hit my critical 6. No, that doesn't count. You got to do stuff that is pushing the ball down the field that are going to create money-making opportunities for you. So what are your critical 6 every day?
Critical 6. Get up and get at it.
Get up, get at it. And work on a schedule.
Work on a schedule, yes.
Always work on a schedule and train your clients that you work on a schedule.
That's right.
And prepare for the appointments you have today, the day before. Never prepare for an appointment on the same day. because you're missing out on opportunity that day.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why working on a schedule is so important. Right.
Already too late if you're planning today's appointment today. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're eating up time. Now the phone rings and you're getting aggravated and you're like, you can't deal with opportunity because you're preparing for something today. Prepare the day before.
You're not ready for that opportunity if you prepare the day of, guys. So Kelly, thank you so much for today. How can people reach you if they want to send you a referral, or how can people join your team, or better yet, sign up for your coaching?
Yeah. Okay. Lots of stuff. All right. So basically go to forexformula.com. There's a ton of things there. The podcast is there, the free books, to get the book, sign up for the course. That is all there. Okay. And Kelly at forexformula.com. You can always get a hold of me with any kind of questions. Kelly at forexformula.com. And if you want to sign up for my I do free coaching every single Thursday for agents all over North America. Whoever shows up, we're talking about different stuff for an hour. I just decided I'm going to give an hour a week to anybody who wants to come, anybody who's a licensed real estate agent that wants to just learn about real estate. And we talk about lots of different things. So that's, you can sign up for that. I got a free Facebook group called Real Estate Agents Learning Center, YouTube channel, Forex Formula, look it up there. The podcast is called Real Estate with Kelly.
What don't you do, Kelly?
Yeah. And, and we still do real estate. It's just me and my wife,
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. Amazing. We've learned the Forex Formula has allowed us, without assistance and without a team, to, do 60 to 90 deals a year.
Amazing.
Anywhere from, and I'm not bragging about that, but I'm just saying it does work. Like if you implement the plan properly and eventually plant the seeds properly, it will be there for you, and it becomes a much easier life.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for inspiring us. To be in real estate for 25 years is not an easy feat. So congratulations. And I love your energy and enthusiasm, even after 25 years, still got a big smile, still young at heart. So I'm truly inspired by you, Kelly. Thank you so much for today.
Thank you. Thank you. You're
all
very
right.
welcome.
We'll have a follow-up, Andy. Thank you. Cheers, guys.